Welcome back to Jazzgrass Gaming.
Woo! Glasslip was an acceptable anime.
If Brian says so, then I'll agree. Make that 2. I haven't watched it.
I think that anime is so boring that take is no longer hot because no one remembers the anime.
So everybody loved it, but nobody remembers.
No, nobody loved it back then when it came out. Everybody was like, it's boring, nothing's happening. And they were right, nothing really happened. But then again, I really like slice of life anime.
Yeah. Like you could just watch a movie about somebody having a nice time.
I liked the laid back attitude, you know, the village in the middle of nowhere kind of vibe.
Oh, fuck a dick.
I like a good village in the middle of nowhere kind of vibe.
That's true.
Barack had to say.
You'd love Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, Silent Hill, my favorite, because I'm
lonely
such a fan
town
of horror games. Yeah.
That alone town vibe.
Not gonna lie, I would probably smash those nurses though.
Boy.
Hot things this episode.
Yeah, I totally smash. I mean, it helps, you know. They already got like toilet paper and shit, so they can wipe up.
So I've been watching British panel shows a lot.
Really happy now, chat.
And it got me thinking about, like, why don't, like, I was thinking about, like, so every English teacher I've had has tried to teach me to speak in a with a British accent.
Yeah.
The problem is that as a child, like I watched a lot of British television because my mom likes British humor and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
So we would watch Keeping Up Appearances, but also
show.
like on the buses and stuff like that.
What's that parts with you? And that's fucking.
So
that's the dumbest shit ever, but I love it.
But because I watched a lot of different British television series, you'd think like, oh, you know, maybe you'll develop a British accent. But as a kid, I was as a kid. When I was like 9 or something, I was like, well, the British language has so many different accents, which one should I choose?
Yeah, it's like, what's their ABN?
And then I listened to, but when I heard American, I figured that's like ABN.
Yeah.
Because American, it doesn't really necessarily, because it doesn't have that.
It's not that posh.
Yeah.
It's just, yo, what's up, dude?
So I ended up speaking American English, specifically because I'm like, you know, because I figured that's the clean way of speaking English, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most understandable.
Like, could you imagine me speaking with a British accent? What kind of accent dialect or whatever do you reckon I would speak? A Cockney?
I was about to say Cockney.
Yeah, no Yorkshire for me.
Worcestershire.
Or like Brummie.
I don't even know what
Birmingham.
the fuck. Yeah, Birmingham, mate.
Birmingham.
Oh, I'm from fucking Birmingham.
I mean,
like,
because when I speak Dutch, I generally speak with a Utrecht dialect, which is supposed to be like a dumb
Niels
dialect.
on the chalkboard.
Like, let's be honest, like flat dialects are usually considered dumb, right?
And I love them.
But I absolutely love speaking in the Utrecht dialect. Because I like how... Okay, so in the Netherlands, we're a small country, but we have a lot of different dialects. So every city has its own like tone to their Dutch.
Yeah,
and it's extremely subtle, but it's really cool. And I realized that after living in a city very close to Utrecht, that I have a distinct accent from that particular town, right? Not from Utrecht itself, but like a deviation of it that's just slightly different.
Like the thing with me is like, so I lived in like, you know, near Utrecht as well, but my parents aren't from there. Like they speak a lot of Frisian like dialect every now and then.
Oh yeah,
because it's fun. I got a lot of my zany Dutch from there, but like I also have a little Utrecht. Every now and then.
Well, yeah, I mean that's where you grew up, right?
Exactly.
So
but it's like
that's like
out of all the people I know, though, I feel like I have the most like baseline Dutch, like sounding voice.
Yeah.
Like I am the absolute middle ground
you're
of
the
Dutch.
false skin of
Yeah,
Dutch.
yeah.
Because you have ABN, but you also have a posh ABN, right? You know what I mean, right? That ABN that is too clean to the point where it starts to sound like to the point where you sound like some highly intellectual person.
I
gotta blow my nose yet again.
Intellectual.
So I haven't done that enough in the past week yet.
Look, this is gonna be the special jazz episode with all the tutoring going on.
God damn! Now this is jazz. I got my trumpet out and everything.
Brian, put that back in your pants. Oh man.
Imagine if coming sounded like sneezing. Like ejaculation. Like your penis make the sneezing sound.
I think I jack off a lot more. No, actually, I think
less.
Yeah, because it's too.
You like, especially when you live in like a dorm or something.
Yeah.
You're just walking past rooms and you just
her sneezing everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of sniffles. Because the whole time while you're like before the coming, you're sniffling.
So one of my favorite memes, and this is an old meme, not old. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old now. It's that meme. I think this was on Vine back in the day.
Whoa.
When it was like, so yeah, it was like this dude, and he was playing his guitar, like strumming it, but the strums, like the guitar, sounded like someone talking. And then someone asked him a question, and he responded by talking, but it sounded like guitar strings. And there's something about that meme that I just keep thinking about.
Come on!
And
what is this? Why have you forsaken me?
Ever since.
Mostly
because I haven't looked.
Brian, the dog salad strat has forsaken me.
I'll go look for it now. Oh, really? You have bad luck?
Bro, the past fucking
Come on, Toby, give purples.
4 fucking fights, I had no dog salad.
What are these alpha packs you're giving me? This is bullshit.
I want black eyes.
Hold on, let me just look for this meme.
Let me look for this hot meme.
Guitar talking meme. I don't fucking know how else to describe it.
That's the horrible thing about it. Like trying to Google a meme. Like, how do you call the meme?
Crazy guy playing guitar on a train. No, man, this ain't it. This ain't
These
ain't memes. These ain't. I think that here it is a fun.
Yes.
I wasn't looking, Brian. Boop, boop. That was hilarious.
Looking beautiful, man. Man.
You can just see it's old.
Yeah. That's what's great about it. Just I gotta just I'm just gonna save
Put that in your memes too.
I don't like
you
it.
You see this shit, Brian?
When I
you
press
fucking
save,
see this?
When I press save on the YouTube app, yeah. Oh yeah, that sucks.
Again, a fucking.
So when I try to save a video on the YouTube app, it'll just automatically throw it in the last playlist that I threw something into.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
I know. I fucking hate it.
Because it's like I categorize the videos, right? I put the music in their respective music lists, and then what was I saying?
Something about saving fucking playlists, bro.
Let's see this. Let's see this stupid. Oh, what the fuck? Let's see this
my
stupid.
Adam's apple, fucking.
So that's another variation.
That man got some brows.
Yeah, that dude, I'm pretty sure that's just like a dude who plays this autistic character for the meme.
Isn't that every single meme?
Isn't this the guy from, fuck, what was it called again? Like, fuck, hold on.
Damn, I got far that time.
Feck. I can't find it.
The bad electrician?
Ah, man, I suck at Googling things, and I call myself an IT guy, but no, I'm not. I'm trying to re-educate.
Exactly, you're trying to forget about that. Everything you learn at school, like, replaces that old knowledge.
I'm deleting all of my IT knowledge in favor for audio engineering.
Soon you'll be coming to me with PC programs. problems.
Yeah. Dennis, help!
Help! I don't know what Google is, son.
Oh, you're just like my old teachers. Man, that's one thing I hated about IT school. It's just like, dude, I am paying 1,200 euros a year
So I can get an education from somebody who is a teacher.
so I can be taught. I know it's just vocational school,
Yes.
like trade school. So it's not that special. It's not like I'm going to university for IT wisdom. I know, but still, I'm paying 1,200 bucks a year. You know, at least if I ask you a question, at least try to answer it.
Yeah.
You're already, and the worst part was being taught outdated stuff. I had to work with Windows Server 2008 when I started. You know, and just like
That's fucking nuts, dude.
and I had to learn and Windows XP as well. I had to work with Windows XP.
Damn it!
And
I'm mad,
eventually, I had to work with. I finally got to work on
A
newer
Macintosh.
stuff. Oh, I wish that would have been fun.
Or the Commodore 54.
I did have to learn Unix, which was extremely a pain in the ass for me. Okay, I'm not a programmer. I am not a programmer at all, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could.
Try one more time. Fuck it.
I wish I was a filthy liar, but I'm not. You know, I can't. I can't do programming, and Unix reminds me too much of programming, and So I was just remembering having to get a Linux system hooked up to a Windows system.
Bro, who the fuck, like, jeez. Why do people use Linux, man?
Because there's some advantages over Windows. Like, first of all, you get to tell Windows like, "Hey, up yours," and it's also like, you know, less hacking, less malware, less stuff like that. Because the market for Linux is very small, so people that make malware, you know, the whole point of malware is to infect as many people as possible. Yeah. So you're not gonna go after the guy who uses a system that only like 5 people use. Because that's another thing with the different Linux distros. You'd have to your malware has to adapt to that, right? So you could say like, oh yeah, I'll make this one for Ubuntu, but then it turns out like half the Linux user base is on Mint. Something like that, you know. It doesn't make sense. It's like trying to develop a malware specifically for free BSD program. It doesn't make sense.
So, I've been challenging him this whole time.
I mean, do people even still use FreeBSD?
I don't even know what that is.
Shit, I remember having to use Red Hat. Now that's when you know you're going old school. And you're being told to learn how to use Red Hat, and I hated it because it would not work. Because it would probably work, but not in a virtual environment. All right, it just doesn't want to work in a virtual environment. Won't recognize half your fucking network adapters anyway. God, I hated vocational school, man. And I'm back there again. Luckily at a way better school, but God, I hated that education so much.
Oh, I got a dog salad, Brian.
BF Sense, that's the fucking one. Dennis, I've been sitting on this one for months.
Oh god.
So, I had oh my god. So because I was sort of okay at IT, right?
Yeah.
So I got all my projects done within the first couple of weeks, so that the rest of the 10 weeks that I had to finish that project, I could survive and just help others and just do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So my teacher gave me an extra challenge, and if I managed to get it, I would get an A. If I didn't manage to get it, I would get a 9 for my project.
Huh.
And I was like, well, fuck it. Why not try to get an A, right? Yeah. Why not just try? Because, you know, my classmate Julian, you know, he and I had this competitive thing going on where we were where he was constantly trying to show off how intelligent he is, and I was just constantly trying to like make him feel less special.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, man, this dude's gonna. Okay, so at the time it was just like, man, this dude's fucking annoying. Like I really want to try harder at school just
Piss him off.
just to annoy him. And that mostly happened because he called me out when I fell asleep during theology.
Oh, dude.
Like, come on, man. I'm here
Bro,
to study
every
IT.
time you bring it up, I get mad because that also happened to me. And
But he was supposed to be my friend at the time.
asshole.
And I was like, what the hell? We hang out. We had a LAN party last week, and now you're gonna be calling me out?
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I've seen that guy. I've interacted with that dude. What a dude. He's a weird dude, man.
Yeah, but he's ridiculously intelligent. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's how he came across.
But he's not emotionally intelligent.
No, that's also how he came across.
Like, who calls someone out for sleeping in a theology class on an IT fucking education? And you know what reason he gave me? Yeah, well, if I have to stay awake and listen to that shit, so do you.
Oh, fuck off.
I was like, no.
Fuck off.
I got lucky, right? I was smart enough to shove my seat a little bit to the back so he couldn't see my face, but could see the rest of my body, so that he knew that I was present, but didn't know that I was mentally absent. Yeah, but yeah, no, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, and this challenge was we had to set up a virtual router using pfSense. Now, pfSense is very fucking complicated virtual router. Basically, it's like it's an operating system that works within a command line, and it's I think the point of pfSense is to set up networks, internal networks or whatever.
Business network for internal affairs.
But man, all I remember is spending weeks, 2 or 3 weeks on it, only to learn that virtual box. I hope they fixed it by now. But who gives shit? Who the fuck uses pfSense anyway in a virtual environment? But yeah, it had some problems with VirtualBox where it wouldn't recognize most of your network adapters. Now, I had some familiarity with this with Red Hat, which I'd used in the past. And usually with Red Hat, what you could do was you could literally just unplug the network adapter with a command, and then refresh, and then it would recognize it again, and and you could like re-establish that connection pretty easily. With pfSense, it would just refuse to acknowledge the existence of the fucking network adapter in the first place. And just be like, no, it's not there. I was like, hey, yeah, it's there. Red Hat can see it. My Windows machine can see it. You are also able to see it because the network adapter that the other virtual machines are seeing is your network adapter, and they can only see it if it's working. So it has to be working, but you yourself cannot see. Why?
You know,
even Julian gave up on helping me with that project.
The more I hear about IT, the more I can understand why nobody actually really wants to do that. It sounds so nonsensical.
Well, the thing about IT is it's one of those things where you just have to know it.
Yeah.
You have to have heard about it at some point and happen to know about it. And that's the only real way to do it. But the problem with that is that means that essentially you gotta either like constantly be looking things up, or have some insane memory, or, and this is gonna sound very rude, you might have to be neurodivergent.
Work well within boundaries and shit.
Well, yeah, but it's also, you have to be really good at repetitive tasking and stuff like that. Because in IT, you're going to be doing a lot of the same shit all day, every day, until you're 70. And then maybe if the retirement system is still intact, or if society as a whole is still intact by the time you get to retire, you know, then you won't ever want to be near a computer ever again. And I was like, you know what? If I continue to work in IT, I'm probably gonna end up killing myself. I'm quitting. I'm gonna study something fun.
Count as a cautionary tale. Don't do IT. We don't need them. We don't need them. See you guys next time
actually.
on Jazzgrass.
A lot.
Gaming. Bye.
It's a shortage.